Hello and welcome to this webinar. It is how to use guest speaking to create clients constantly. I am Renee Main and it is an absolute honour that you are joining me for this webinar. I aim to give you so much more than using guest speaking to create clients constantly. Yes, it is an absolutely amazing technique and strategy and lead generation strategy and everything else in between. But what I'm going to give you is so much more because you can actually implement this into your life and business as well as your guest speaking and your workshop opportunities. We all start our business with grand plans and we have this amazing crystal clear vision about what we're creating. You do your market research, your business plans and everything else that you need to do, and you read all of the material, and as much as they say there are little to no rewards in the beginning, you say that's okay, that's fine. And then you open and it feels like finally we're here. And in reality, you realize, no, you're not. We haven't even started yet. The fun starts here. Because now you have to think about sales and marketing and networking and the promotions and the accounting and the orders, and it goes on and on and on. So the excitement and the adrenaline soon becomes stress, fatigue, and exhaustion. The smile lines turn into frown lines because you know what? There are little to no rewards in the beginning. It's the time, it's the dedication, it's the consistency, it's the motivation, it's the passion, it consumes you. It's the first thing you think about in the morning and the last thing you think about at night. And if that's not enough, we wake up in the middle of the night and we think about it. And everyone keeps on saying, have you tried this? Do this, be this. Are people even spending money in this economy? And do I really have to be on every single social media platform? And your partner keeps on saying, when is your business going to start to make money? And your kids say, Mum, do you really have to work tonight? Do you really have to work this weekend? It's the money, it's the drive, it's the having to be across everything all at once and no one seems to understand. And then something happens. It's that moment where that vital shift occurs. It's not what's on the other side, it's about the journey. The destination is the journey. So you stop. And you realize that your job will never be done. There'll always be something that needs improving or fixing or updating. And you and your business are constantly evolving. So we need to enjoy the process and trust the process and know that everything that has gone wrong and right has brought you here to this very moment, and it is exactly where you're meant to be. It's when you realize that from the bottom of your heart, this is what you live and this is what you breathe. It's not just a job. This is an extension of who you are. It's your way to make a difference to the world. It's about creating a life that elevates your success and illuminates your life. This is about creating a soulful, successful business. Because it's the cycle of once you go home, nothing will change unless you take action. It's more than just you and I doing our thing. It's what we can do and what we can give and how we can serve and improve the lives of others. We can create universal oneness and enjoy infinite wisdom and divine possibilities. There is no one way to do business. There is no one business model. There is no one marketing strategy. There is no one lead generation strategy. But today I'm going to take you through just one way that you can collaborate, align yourself with people to add an extra income stream into your business, to target more people and create clients constantly. I teach the universal laws of success. They raise your influence and create an impact to absolute abundance and joy. Now, you need to know that it is my desire to give you so much more than guest speaking. Can I give you more? I want you to go away and walk away from this webinar, and I want you to allow yourself to be open, to come away with me as I share this with you. You can use these laws not only in guest speaking, but also in your life and in your business. Because if you're a parent, then chances are that you need your business to work around your kids. Even if you don't have children, your business needs to fit seamlessly into your lifestyle. Let me ask you a question. Do you have the balance that you want? What I'm going to take you through today will give you a unique insight as to how you can make all of this happen. We are also going to cover how anybody can speak from stage, but to captivate an audience is an art. How to use your unique gifts to become an authentic speaker. Things you need to know about becoming a great speaker. Putting a magnetic, powerful presentation together. And how to get the right gigs for you. Today I want to show you that business can be both lucrative and soulful. I am not about I can give you 100 ways to make money right now, but unless it's completely aligned and you're doing something that actually means something to you and you've got a genuine connection, then anything else less than that is lacking in substance and you're not living to your full potential. I want to change that today. For those of you who don't know me, I am the creator of Bra Queen, Australia's largest lingerie resource. I'm a speaker and business mentor. I've been lucky enough to work with some of the world's largest leading companies. I've worked with startup entrepreneurs who come to me with an idea and we develop it into a life-changing journey. I have developed the world's ranked #1 bra fitting app, and I have enjoyed over $500,000 worth of free publicity. I've been pretty lucky in my business. And what I want to share with you today is the mindset that I have towards business and how you can use this to create an amazing business and how you can use it to use guest speaking to create clients constantly. You see, I have this natural ability and this unique gift to teach people how to create, structure, and have a business that is in complete alignment to them, but one that's also smart and savvy, strategic, and totally unique to you. I have managed and owned businesses for 20 years. Something that I like to do is go against the status quo and find the gold in you and find the gold in your business and offer it in a way that no one else is doing. I've done a lot in traditional business and in the online space. So this gives me an awesome perspective and insight into your business direction. So let's channel that and let's get straight into it. The first law is the law of alignment. The law of alignment is when we are in divine flow. When we operate from this space, time stands still. We have a strong sense of heightened perception and synchronicity happens. Understanding this is understanding that you have to align your inner sense of knowing with your inner desires. And it is from that space that we get to create money, magic, and miracles. To be in alignment, you must expect synchronicity to happen. Trust that you're attracting the right people at the right time. Use your emotional guidance system to stay in flow and be in alignment. And all that means is that use your feelings. So when you're feeling anger or fear or frustration or rage, know that it's just your body's way of letting you know that you're going off track. So all you have to do is reach for a better thought, reach for a better action, reach for a better feeling. It's like the rumble strip of the highway. It's just there to let you know when you're going off path. You can remain in a neutral space and be the observer. We are so emotionally invested in our businesses, and sometimes it's going to do us more harm. So we need to step outside, be the observer, and take on what would look like a bird's eye view of the situation. And trust your intuition. A couple of years ago, I stepped off the stage because I was tired. I was exhausted of the speaking circuit. I've done numerous speaker training and I felt like it was all becoming very inauthentic. And if you guys have been to any workshops or any events before, I'm sure you will know what I mean by this. You need to follow this step-by-step process. And it has to be about selling from stage and how many people you would convert and upsell into a program. You would listen to testimonial after testimonial about how fabulous they were and how every speaker was following this exact same format. I walked away until I felt like I had something genuine, heartfelt, and significant that I could contribute to the industry. Yes, there are processes and things that you need to do and understand, but you need to do it in a way that you are in complete alignment to you and your audience. Anyone can speak from stage, but to captivate an audience, it's an art. Here are some ways that you can do that. Use stories. People resonate with stories and they are entertaining. We need to build that connection with them and stories give us this beautiful way to do that. It allows them to realize and remember those times in their lives where they've had similar learnings or experiences. Set the intention that before you get on stage or into the workshop to expect synchronicity to occur and for the right people to be in the room. Don't get lost in the numbers. Don't worry if there's 2 or 20 or 200 or 2,000 people in your audience. The right people are listening to you and we just need to trust that. Don't get lost in the numbers and don't downplay your presentation if there's few numbers. Don't rip off the people in the room. Don't worry, just trust that the right people are in the room. Take time to make the space yours. I always make sure that what I call zen the room first and create the space. So if the chairs are uneven or if there's coffee cups on the floor or if there's someone else's water bottle on stage, if you're at a multi-speaker event, remove all that and take the time to connect with the room and connect with your audience. Something that I usually do is, and you can do whatever feels right for you, but I will always say, from the sky above to the ground below, I want to connect heart space to heart space. And if time permits, I will go through the rows of the seats and I will touch every single chair and just give that chair love. And that's obviously before anyone has entered the room. If time permits or if you're able to do that. Sometimes that isn't possible, but sometimes just simply connecting is enough. Ask them to come away with you, to be open so they can hear your messages. Too often, we get so caught up in things that don't matter, or we're sitting there but we're not really there. We're thinking about that conversation that we didn't finish with our partners, or thinking about how the kids really annoyed us, or thinking about how we need to finish this to-do list, or whatever it is. So allow them to come away with you and make the time just so they can ground themselves and actually be mindful and present during your presentation. Understand their pain and their experiences they have had leading up to now. Take time to understand their journey. Where are they? What's their experiences? And then how can you use your common experiences to further connect and deepen that connection that you have with your audience? The law of connection. The law of connection is knowing that success looks differently to everybody, and only you can determine what it looks like to you. Once you do this, you are able to connect with other people in a way that is completely raw, wholesome, and genuine. And from that space, it's where you can really make a difference to their lives. So be mindful of the thoughts that run through your head and how you speak about yourself, because everyone around you is just a reflection of how you're feeling internally. So it starts and ends with you. The law of connection is about tapping into who you really are and learning to listen to that inner voice. And once you do this, you will realize that you can connect with other people on a level that is beyond anything that you felt, and anything else feels incomplete. Connection is the foundation. It is the lifeblood of business today. It is from there we can create the ultimate sacred influence in what we do. It is from this space that I want you to think about the message that you want to convey to your audience. How you can use the law of connection to become an authentic speaker. We are all unique. We all have different things to offer and ways that we can offer it. As much as we are all unique, at the core of who we are, we're all the same. All we ever really want is love and acceptance, and that starts with us. So allowing yourself to be yourself as you are. If you're funny, be funny. If you've got an accent, tell them where you're from in the beginning, because otherwise they're going to spend the whole presentation wondering where you're from, and they're going to miss all of your fantastic messages that you've got for them. So tell them where you're from. If you're passionate, get passionate. Tell them, use that passion. Ask for that permission. If you're a facts and figures person, use them. If you swear, tell them. But do so with respect. Don't swear just for the sake of swearing. Okay? A lot of speakers will swear just to spark that reaction and use it to go through like a qualifying process, so that because they want to work with these rock stars, or the rebels of business. So I will say, if you swear, do it for a reason. Yeah, especially if you're meeting them for the first time. It's different if you've met them, you've known them for a while, if they're your tribe already. But get their permission. Get permission for you to be yourself, flaws and all. You cannot deliver a presentation and capture the audience if they don't understand you, if they don't respect you or resonate with you, and they can't see your personality come through. Allow yourself to be yourself. Let's talk about the law of truth. The law of truth is understanding that we all hear, see, and feel things differently. So how we perceive things is totally unique and different for everybody. So we need to be mindful of that. We must always speak our truth, and we are unable to control how other people perceive that information. So we may as well just speak our truth as we see it at that time, because that is all you can ever do. You are here right now as a direct result of you living your truth. In that moment, every thought, every action, every step has brought you here to this very moment, and it is exactly where you're meant to be. Practicing the law of truth to become a great speaker. The things that you need to know. I am not a trained speaker. Yes, I've done speaker training, but it's never been about making sure I project my voice correctly or I'm rolling my R's, which I still can't do. To be a great speaker is about ditching the ego, showing humility and respect, and taking your audience on a journey. We've all been to those workshops, or we've been to those events where there's just this massive ego on stage. You can't connect with that. You can't resonate with that. So be yourself, ditch the ego. Never conform to the masses. Oops, sorry. You're back. Never conform to the masses. Don't take advice from people who aren't in the arena. We've all been a part of those conversations that people, it comes from a good place. They want to help, yeah? But they haven't lived it. They don't know you. They don't know your business as well as you do. So be confident in what you're doing. Be yourself. Now, find the balance in your movement and your gestures. A lot of speakers might use NLP to manipulate the audience in order to buy. So the only movements and actions they do will serve that cause, right? But for me personally, I don't want to manipulate my audience. I don't want you to feel so crap about yourself, and you made you feel like everything you've done previously has been wrong. It's not about that. I want to build a genuine connection with my audience, and I want you to do the same. So for me personally, I think do what feels right for you. You don't want to stand still, but you don't want to move around like a crazy woman either. So just do what feels right. If you tend to talk with your hands, let yourself talk with your hands, okay? Don't worry about it. Make eye contact with your audience, trust your intuition, and do what feels right for you. The law of karma. Understanding karma puts a new spin on everything that you do. We commonly know karma is good or bad luck viewed as the results of one's actions, right? What if it had a much more significant meaning? What if karma was not about punishment? What if karma was about creating balance and giving you a chance to speak your truth and change. What if it's giving you a path to change, to speak your truth? Karma gets people's attention. That's what it's designed to do, because so many of us miss the messages along the way. Karma is about change. Business is about change. What can you do to make your presentation the most amazing experience for them? No matter what industry you're in, guest speaking works. No matter what industry you're in, you need to understand that business is about change. You are providing change. Whether you're selling a pen, a water bottle, a book, a phone, a house, a car, a service, a bikini wax, anything. They are coming to you because they want to change something. How can you make that change as seamless and as enjoyable as possible? Using the law of karma is about creating a magnetic presentation. What do your clients need to know before they buy your product? What are some questions that you often get asked? Where are the audience now? How and why does your product or service fit in with them and their lifestyle? What can you share and educate them on to improve their lives? There is so much to putting a presentation together, okay? But I really want to give you some basics to get you started, and then I'll share more with you later if you're interested. Every presentation has an opening, a middle, and a close. In the opening, it's all about establishing and building that connection with them. And you need to do that instantly. This is where you might share a story to build that connection, and so they have something to resonate with. Make them laugh. Or you might give them some statistics. Tell them why they're here and what they can expect from the presentation, and why they should listen to you. Building credibility is really important, okay? Now, just from personal experience, as I mentioned earlier, I stepped off the speaking circuit and I was tired of everybody talking about how fabulous they were, right? So when I kind of stepped back on, I had these amazing presentations, and I thought, I don't want to spend heaps of time talking about myself, okay? I want to give them solid information, amazing information. But something that I quickly learned was we need to build that credibility, and we need to tell them, this is why you should listen to me, okay? So it's actually a really important part of your presentation, but you want to do it from a sense where there's no ego, and it's, you're hitting those key notes and you're building that credibility without going over the top, okay? You don't want to overload them or overwhelm them, okay? The middle is where you have all the content, okay? This is where you don't want to overload and overwhelm, because otherwise they won't do anything or get started on anything. You need to deliver the right amount of information. Like Goldilocks. This bed's too small. This bed's too big. This bed is just right. They've got enough to move forward, okay? To start something. With this presentation, I think, okay, I want to give you some nuggets that when you walk away, you know enough to put together an amazing presentation, okay? I don't want to give you too much information that you walk away and you do nothing with it, okay? The close is about bringing it all together. It might be a summary, it might be their next step, or a recap on what they need to do moving forward. Or you might want to inspire them or motivate them so they leave on a high. Again, it's totally up to you. The law of service. The money you receive in this lifetime solely relies on three things: the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and the difficulty it is to replace you. I discovered that there was a huge demand for what I do. People are confused. They want answers. They see every single business doing the exact same business model. They need to, if you're a coach or a mentor, you need to write a book and you just need to get it out there. No, there is more than one way. And there's so many different ways that you can do business. Okay, just because everybody else is doing it, it doesn't mean that it's right for you. And just because everybody else is doing it, no one is standing out. So you need to be different. Okay? People want answers. People feel like there's more to this fast-changing, crazy busy life that we lead. The world is not getting bigger, it's getting smaller. We are a touch of a button away from sending messages around the world to multiple people instantly. We are dealing with a world market today where anything is possible. Think about how the world is changing, and it's looking for effective people just like you, because everyone is looking for someone to serve them in some way. There is a need for what you do. The question is how good are you at doing it? Most people work enough to get paid. Most businesses pay enough so their employees don't quit. We're going about it the wrong way. When you go to work and you become so amazing at what you do, so effective, you are very difficult to replace and people are waiting in the wings for you. You bring out the best in you and you bring out the best in others. I learned a long time ago that if I do this, if I blur the lines between work and play, and I love both, I can serve people from such a deep space where anything else they receive is incomplete, and clients keep coming, and that is by design. My signature programs have a waiting list for my business mentoring. It's compensation for the amazing service that I deliver and giving my very best I've got in order so I can ignite that in you. That's how we came together today. Because I made a decision a long time ago that I would never stop trying to make a difference and improve the lives of others. To give business owners a way that they can get in front of multiple people and start to work efficiently and do things differently in a way that's in complete alignment to them. You're here because you sent out a message, and one that I am going to deliver if I haven't already. Let's talk about how we can use the law of service to get the right gigs for you. Write a list of 100 potential joint ventures. This can be anybody. It can be friends, family, school mums, school dads. It can be relatives. It can be friends of friends. Anybody you think of, business colleagues, anybody. Write it down, and then you can go through the list and hone in on which one you think has true potential. Think of people who run workshops, expos, or events, and they have the same target market as you do. Let your business network know that you're doing presentations. Ask for referrals and recommendations. It's not only about workshops like live events. Don't underestimate the power of webinars and online events. You can also start to do your own. The biggest thing about this, about you guest speaking, is momentum. Momentum and persistence. And once you get that ball rolling, it is amazing where your leads come from and the amount of people who will recommend you for a speaker. It may be 1 week down the track, it may be 1 month down the track, it may be 1 year down the track, but they will come back to you. But put it out there. Be sure that it's your target market. Otherwise, it could be a disaster. Chances are you will make this mistake. I've made this mistake, and I'm pretty sure every speaker has made this mistake. When you're standing in front of an audience and they're not your target market, it feels crap. There's no connection. They're thinking, what's she doing up there? You're thinking, what am I doing up here? But you'll probably make that mistake. We've all made that mistake, and do it, learn from it, and move on. Okay? But speaking on stage or in a workshop or to a client, it's about connection. You see, I've done the all-nighters. I've worked around the clock. I've been in the brink of exhaustion because it is not sustainable. I've worked so hard to the point where I put a rift in between my partner and I, to the point where I realised I'd been putting so many years and effort into building my business, I'd become a pretty average partner and a pretty average mum. Yes, they were loved. Yes, they were fed. Yes, they were looked after. And yes, if you asked them, they would not agree to that statement that I just made. But there was a moment where I realized from the bottom of my heart, I wasn't giving them what they deserved. I wasn't giving them everything that I could. I wasn't enjoying my kids because I was spending more time trying to keep them quiet than actually enjoying them so I could get more work done. Okay? I would be in the study when they went to sleep instead of connecting and talking to my partner. I would be working. It's not sustainable, and it was not my definition of success whatsoever. It was completely disaligned to who I am and what I wanted for my business. I started my business so I could be there for my children and I could have a life, and the business was an extension of that. Okay? There is more than one model, but I can tell you that everything that I have implemented into my business is to create and have the biggest impact in the most time-efficient way possible. I'm always there for my clients. They will tell you that. I am so emotionally invested in them, it blows them away every time. But you cannot be across everything all at once. So you need to find the way that you can maximize your effort and do business differently with maximum results. If you're anything like me, you will know what I mean by that. For anyone that's heard me speak, you know that success looks differently to everybody. Success shouldn't be measured by how busy we are. Freedom looks differently to everybody, okay? And for me to be free, I need to be me, so authenticity matters. I want to feel a raw, authentic, deep connection to myself. I want to embrace every day and feel good in every moment. I want to teach my girls that life is about truth and connection, and it's what you make it. To me, that is success. If you want this, if you feel like that you want more, that you would like to create your own amazing presentation, I would really like to help you with that. Okay? There's no sales spill. There's no quick click on this link because otherwise your computer will self-destruct in 10 minutes. There's none of that. I don't want you to feel like a failure if you're not going to do this presentation or you're not going to start guest speaking. It's not about that, okay? It's about you've got enough now to create your own. But if you would like more from me to guide you through this process step by step, because I am able to bring this out in you. So you can learn my step-by-step system to creating your own presentation. We can craft the topic and we identify your unique gifts and how you can use them when you speak. We write amazing content. We go over the PowerPoint, how to find potential gigs for you, and a template on how to approach potential speaking prospects. We go through everything and then we do this, and then you can use this same template on every single presentation you can do moving forward, okay? This presentation can potentially bring in tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars into your business in no time at all, okay? So if you really want this, I am here for you. I will be having a one-day workshop on the 15th of October, and we create and you walk away with your presentation and your script ready to go. Okay, so you can email me, renee@reneemain.com.au, and you can let me know and I will give you instructions from there. Okay, make contact with me. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. If you've got any questions, you can see the email, my email address on the link on the screen, okay? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. I would love to connect with you further on Facebook at Love Renee Main or Bra Queen, Twitter on Bra Queen, or reneemain.com.au. Thank you for joining me, and I will speak to you soon. Ciao.